What are the odds of this video screwing up?
Approximately, well, we will probably screw it up. But hey, this one will probably turn out, right? I mean, fourth time's a charm, huh?
Oh yeah. So this is our Star Wars episode. Now we've been trying to record this for a while now. This was originally going to be our first episode, but we recorded it and it had no sound. Now we decided to re-record it for our second episode, but the camera malfunctioned and it got deleted. Now we tried to re-record it like 30 minutes ago. Camera cut short. Battery died.
And so we're now using Frosty's computer to do it.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best video quality, but oh well, we deal with what we got. Now,
Although it is pretty good. I mean, it looks good to me.
yeah, it's pretty
And
good.
this is the one good thing about using the computer instead of the camera is that it gave us, well, actually, it's a few good things. It gave us a 3, 2, 1, and then it went, and which means that we don't like cut off the beginning, and we didn't. Hopefully, it won't cut off the end.
Yeah. Okay, but so we're doing the original releases of the original trilogy.
Which means Han shoots first. There's no mouth thingy in the Sarlacc. The music is correct in Jabba's palace and
The cantina. But so we start off. There's a New Hope. The Rebel blockade runner flies in, and
it looks like a big ship.
You're just like, holy crap, that's a big ship. Now,
and then
directly following it, like if this is the blockade runner here, directly following it is the
we
Star
can't even stretch
Destroyer.
our arms far enough.
This big.
Yeah. It was this big.
But it comes right over you, and you're like, whoa. Never mind, that's a small ship. And it opens up right after that scene. Opens up right into the Rebel blockade runner.
Mm-hmm.
The doors just and in surges the stormtroopers. Now, at the beginning, they look pretty scary, but after a few moments, you realize that
they can't hit anything that they're aiming at. I mean, really nothing.
I'd be more scared if they were aiming for Philip here.
I'd flick them off. You'd be like, nee, 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 nee. Damn. Okay. Well, so let's continue. You've got Darth Vader, who is played on screen by David Prowse. He's 6 foot something. He's big. He's a bodybuilder. And voiced by James Earl Jones.
Where are the plants?
The plants? Alright, we forgot to water the plants. Oh wow. Great. Where was I? Alright, James Earl Jones voices Darth Vader. James Earl Jones is in a lot of things. He's pretty good. Now let's see if I can remember what else we were going to talk about.
Droids?
There are 2 droids on the blockade. Well, there are more than 2 droids. There are a bunch of droids, but there are
2 main droids.
Mm-hmm. C-3PO, a depressed, pessimistic protocol droid.
The odds of us surviving this battle are approximately 37,347,246 to 1.
And R2-D2, a flippant little R2 unit.
Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop.
Which means F off C-3PO and droid.
Yes, R2 is probably the worst potty mouth in all of video history.
Everything he says is bleeped out.
Okay, so we're on the Rebel blockade runner.
Mm-hmm.
Leia says, "You know what, R2, come over here, R2. I'm gonna put this disc in you and then shoot you off into space." Or no, you go shoot yourself off into space.
And then she gets hit by a stun blast
and passes out. Now, it cuts to Tatooine. You see the 2 droids, the pod, And right after they land, like literally right after, well, it's about a day.
Mm-hmm.
A day after they land, they get kidnapped by Jawas, who sound like Houdini.
When they're excited, they say that, and airsofter can do that really well. But
We originally, when we recorded this the second time, we had a guest star, airsofter. I don't remember the numbers at the moment. We'll put a link for him right here. But yeah, we'll definitely include him in some other episodes. I'm sorry, airsofter.
We'll put him in on the crap quills episode.
Yes, and if we eventually do the shit quills.
Yeah.
Crap quills came before, shit quills came after.
And the good stuff is in the middle, just like a chicken bone.
There you go.
Yeah, you
Stay on
bite the chicken
target.
bone and break it, and you dig out the marrow and eat it.
Stay on target. Okay.
No. Imagine if he had said that. You know, in the movie when they're doing the trench run, and the guy's going, "Stay on target, stay on target."
Screw you!
No, I'm going home. That would have been the end of the movie.
Would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been really funny.
But okay, so they Tatooine kidnapped by Jawas. Now cut to Luke and his uncle Ben.
Oh, Uncle Owen.
Uncle Owen. God, I'm mixing up old Ben and Uncle Owen to get Uncle Ben. So Luke is now Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember where an Uncle Ben was.
Yes. Now since Luke is not Spider-Man, his uncle's name is Owen. So
Have you seen the Uncle Owen action figures?
okay, there's these like spoof Uncle Owen, Aunt Peru at action figures.
And they're burnt corpses. We are awful, but we think this is amusing. But we think it's hilarious that you can buy Aunt Burrow and Uncle Owen.
Burnt corpses.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Now, back on track. You see, Luke and his uncle are going to buy droids from the Jawas. They decide to buy C-3PO of all droids, and originally they bought an R5 unit who had a bad motivator, so that crapped out. So they ended up buying R2 as well. Now, Luke goes home and he's like, "Oh, there's a rock in here. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope."
And
okay,
and by some coincidence, they managed to land on Tatooine in a short range. Well, I guess they were going to see old Ben anyway.
yeah. So somehow Luke figures out that Obi-Wan is old Ben. How, I don't know.
Because Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru kept Obi-Wan away from him.
Yeah, probably. He just wanted an excuse to go see old Ben.
Yeah. Because it almost gives you the feeling that, like, old Ben is like Herbert.
Yeah, almost. Oh my god, that makes so much sense now. But, so he decides to go see him, gets attacked on the way there.
By Tusken Raiders. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Knight, comes along. And, you know, uses some sort of cry in the Force to scare off the Tusken Raiders. And they run away. And they leave C-3PO in pieces.
Yes.
And Luke kind of beat up. And let's see.
Nothing on R2.
Yeah, R2 hid. R2's a coward.
Yeah,
he's a coward.
In this scene, yes. Okay, but so old Ben takes him to his house, gives him a lightsaber, says, "Here, you're going to save the Empire."
Yeah, this is your father. This was your father's.
You knew my father?
Oh yes, we served together in the Clone Wars. My father was in the Clone Wars? Durr.
Now, they decide to go to Mos Eisley rewind a bit. They go back to Luke's house. Luke's house is burned down.
And that's where the Aunt Bureau and Uncle Owen burnt corpse action figures come in.
Yes.
I want a pair.
I do too. Back to the story.
Yes.
So Luke has nothing more to say, so he says, I'll help you out, bro. Let's go to Mos Eisley. And Mos Eisley, how do I describe it?
The pit of how does old Ben
You will
put it?
never find a more evil hive of scum and villainy.
Right.
Nothing, you can't describe it any other than that. But they run into stormtroopers. These are not the droids you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, those aren't the droids we're looking for. You're fired. Get out of here.
Get me a taco.
Here's a taco.
Thank you.
Thank you. back on track.
Back on track.
So they enter the cantina, which is basically you see the first Jedi Knight.
Jedi power.
There you go. Now, no, it's not the strongest, but it is the first.
You see, there's this guy who's wanted as a death penalty on so many systems.
I have a death penalty on 19 systems.
Okay, I'll be careful.
You'll be dead.
And then Obi-Wan steps in, cuts off his hand, and yeah, that's that.
Like for the face. Okay, so after he cuts off his hand, Obi-Wan's like, you stay here, stay out of trouble, I'm gonna go get us a ride.
And then he goes and talks to Han Solo.
Enter Han Solo. Hey, I need a ride. And I would prefer to keep out all Empire involvement.
That's going to cost extra.
I'll give you 2,000 now, and 15 when we get there.
17,000. Fine. Don't worry, I've got you in good hands. Got the Aluminium Falcon.
What?
You ever heard of the Aluminium Falcon?
No.
It made the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs.
Sounds fast.
The Hunk Junk Falcon is the fastest in the world, in the universe.
I'll take it.
By the way, the reason why I make fun of the Millennium Falcon is because everybody talks crap about it.
And it's just so fun.
Yeah. And there is going to be a Hunk of Junk Falcon remix soon.
Soon. Okay.
It's been 13 minutes and we're still on the first movie. We need to move on.
Yeah, okay, so move along.
No.
Okay, so they decide to go, they run into, or where, what planet was it?
Alderaan.
Alderaan, of course. How could I forget Alderaan? Now, they run into Alderaan, or where it should be. They find a heap of rubble.
And a lone TIE fighter.
They follow the TIE fighter, trying to shoot it down so it can't send any transmissions. Now, it heads toward this moon.
That's no moon. That's a space station.
No shit, Sherlock.
And how come Alec Guinness can say that? Not take any crap at all, but the moment I open my mouth,
Because he's Alec Guinness.
I'm gonna be as awesome as him.
You will be in a couple minutes. Almost. Now, so they get sucked in a tractor beam, getting sucked into the Death Star. So they hide in the ports, wait for the stormtroopers to come search the ship, knock them out, and
Take their uniforms.
steal their clothes. Okay, so
No comment about that.
so Obi-Wan goes to
Turn off
the tractor beam, and they go to, or they hide, and then they find out that there's a princess aboard, and of course, you know, as all heroes, they have to save the princess. Han is doing it for money.
Yeah.
She's rich.
Lead the way, kid.
So they bring Chewie in fake handcuffs.
And then they shoot all the guards and all the cameras and the comm system.
Yes, not the smartest.
I mean, it was kind of funny though, because
I don't know.
what's your number?
No idea.
We're having another malfunction.
Okay, so they go down the garbage chute. You know what happens there. No lingerie in space.
Well, that's something that's throughout the movies. But you'll notice that Carrie Fisher is actually taped down with gaffer's tape.
Okay, back on track. So,
The only lingerie in space is worn by slave girls. Christina's going to kick us in the nuts for this.
Probably more. Okay, so...
Should I go, buy myself a cup?
Yes, right now.
Okay.
And hope it's made of, steel.
Oh.
Okay. Now, back on track, because we're straying a little bit.
I'm not straying, I have a home.
Stop!
Okay, back on topic. Let's see, where were we? Oh, right, the garbage compactor. And C-3PO turns off his communicator, so he doesn't know what's going on. Where the fuck are you, C-3PO?
Yeah, not the brightest droid in the Death Star.
Yeah.
So, eventually he turns it back on. They stop the garbage compactor. All the garbage compactors on the detention level.
Mm-hmm.
And they open the door for him. Run. Bunch of droids, or bunch of stormtroopers fight. And then the most epic face-off in this movie. I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Your powers are weak, old man.
If you strike me down, I shall become stronger than you can possibly imagine. And he just kind of disappears. I mean, all it's left is a pile of rags and a lightsaber.
Epic. Now, Luke, of course, sees this, tries to shoot Darth Vader, blast doors close, they shoot off into space. They meet up with the rebels, say, hey, we gotta go blow up this Death Star now. You go down this trench thing and you shoot the pew in the tunnel, and then poof.
It's only the size of a womp rat.
Yeah. He used to nail him in his T-16 back home.
Yeah. The cues that you might be a Jedi. You shoot animals for fun.
In your T-16.
Mm-hmm.
That are only 2 meters long. Okay, but, so, they fly in. How many ships are there? There's
3 or 4 wings there of X-wings.
And 2 wings of Y-wings.
And in the end, it's just Hobby, Dak, Luke, and the fat dude. Or no, the fat dude and the Y-wing bites it, which is unfair. I think that the overweight dude in the beat-up junker fighter should win.
Always.
Because he's just so much of an underdog already because he's fat. And then you've got the fact that he's in an obsolete fighter. I mean, really obsolete.
Decrepit.
Yeah.
Okay, but, so, pretty much all the original fighters were shot down. Now, Luke comes in. His wing flies in. He's got two wingmen, and then he's front man.
And he pulls up the targeting system.
Use the Force, Luke.
And he puts it away.
Luke! Look at your life. Look at your choices. What are you doing? This could have been avoided if he had assassin. No, sorry. I'm not gonna go there.
What the fuck?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. So anyway, He's doing a trench run. And she's shot down all the other guys, like Frosty.
And you.
Well, yeah, but...
Okay, but, so...
And so they're doing a trench run.
Darth Vader comes in. Shoots down one of his wingmen.
And then the other, and he's got a missile lock on Luke.
He hears the sound.
Beep. And then in swoops the Millennium Falcon.
You missed the Force is strong with this one.
Oh, right.
So rewind like 2 seconds. Darth Vader says,
the Force is strong with this one.
And then all of a sudden, one of his wingmen explodes, and the other one gets clipped and bumps into him, and
Flying
then
out into
tumbles
space.
into the wall. And Darth Vader tumbles, off into space. Luke shoots the 2 photon torpedoes. Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
And then they go get medals.
And why does Chewbacca not get a medal?
Yes, he should. He was the guy who was gunning for Han. And he helped save Leia. What is the problem? I think they're racist against Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Empire is sexist and racist. Because there's no women and there's no other
species. They're all
species.
Human males.
Yes. Well, clone males. Stormtroopers are clones.
Right.
I guess that would be because you wouldn't have to pay them.
Yeah, good point.
So now the Empire wouldn't be if all the others didn't have to be paid.
Right. Now.
So we open hold on.
The second one.
What's the internal temperature of a tauntaun?
What?
Lukewarm. Okay.
That was just bad. You know that too.
Yes, I do. I just had to do that. So, opening on Hoth about probably a couple months later because it's not too long because Han Solo is still with them.
Yeah, and Han Solo is kind of itching to leave because he's Han Solo.
Yeah.
Gotta leave.
So, Luke goes out after a probe droid gets knocked.
Hit by a
Wampa?
I guess it's a Wampa.
I think it's called a Wampa. The big gorilla thing. Claws, teeth.
And he's frozen to the ceiling, which I don't really understand.
But it's cool. He uses the Force, pulls his lightsaber, cuts off his arm, cuts his leg free, and he goes out into the freezing cold where he's going to die anyway.
And he's hallucinating and he sees Ben. Luke, go to Dagobah.
Not that you're going to freeze or anything, but go to Dagobah.
And go see the man who taught me, Yoda.
Which was also ruined in the
Crap
quills.
Yeah.
Because in the crap quills, Obi-Wan was taught by Qui-Gon. So...
Yeah. Good work, George. You really screwed us all.
So many face palms, so little time. But back on track, Han...
Han saves Luke. He cuts open a tauntaun with Luke's lightsaber and
shoves them in. I thought they smelled bad on the outside!
Ugh.
And then... Walkers.
The AT-ATs. They're big, slow, and impenetrable. So you harpoon them, you spin around them a bunch of times, and they trip over.
Use your harpoons and tow cables!
And Dak gets stepped on.
Rip Dak.
Which is unfortunate, because he's a human being.
I'm sad.
Not that it would make any difference if he was like a Twi'lek or a Wookiee, but... You know what I mean. It's kind of like in Top Gun when Goose dies, because,
He was the wingman.
he was Luke's wingman, and in that case, he was his Rio.
Yeah. So...
Got stomped on.
But the powerful play shall go on.
Right.
So they shoot the laser beams at the Star Destroyers so that they can escape. Mm-hmm. Now Luke splits off from the rest, goes to Dagobah. Now, he's the best pilot in the galaxy.
But he crashes into the swamp. Yeah. That's...
But other than that, Dagobah was really well done.
Yeah. It must have been hell in there, especially for Frank Oz and the puppeteers who are working underneath.
Yeah, that must have been annoying to do. But enter Yoda, probably one of the most iconic people in the Star Wars trilogy,
Vader and Yoda.
and Han Solo.
Yes, and Han Solo, because Han Solo is Han Solo, and Han Solo is badass.
Yes. Now, so Luke decides that he's not Yoda, and he's like, "Yo, can you tell me where I can find Yoda?"
I can. Except he does it right. I can't do Yoda. It's kind of annoying. I wish I could.
Yeah, but so he decides to follow him to his house. That's just like old
creeperish.
Ben. Are all the Jedis that creeperish? Maybe. But okay, so he goes to Yoda's house. Yoda's like, "Bro, I'm Yoda," and he's like, "Then why didn't you tell me before?" He's like, "Because I didn't have all that mystery."
I wanted you to figure it out for yourself, you lazy child.
So Yoda instructs him on the ways of the Force, quite briefly, not quite as briefly as old Ben,
Yeah.
but pretty briefly. Now, he's like, "Okay, I see Han and Leia in Cloud City. I gotta go help them." So he jumps in his X-Wing, flies over to Cloud City. Now, we're cutting to Cloud City now. Enter Lando Calrissian.
You good-for-nothing cheating son of a...
Good to see ya!
Which is kind of funny. And he betrays them.
Well, Darth Vader kind of blackmailed him.
Yeah. You want us to stay out of Cloud City politics? And here's the deal. You give us Luke Skywalker.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
Do you feel that you have been cheated?
This deal's getting worse all the time. Alright, but, so they kidnap Leia and Han, freeze Han in carbonite, and Bounty Hunter takes him over to Jabba's palace.
That reminds me, no disintegrations.
Oh, right. What if Boba Fett was voiced
By Clint Eastwood.
no disintegrations?
God damn it. And he'd be even more badass.
Because what it actually sounds like is no disintegrations.
As you wish, tumbling down a hill. Ow!
Episode.
Yeah. See, the thing is, we've done this 4 times now. And it's starting to we can't remember all the things that we've done.
I know,
We're trying to pack in everything that we can. But, it's going on 30 minutes, so we're going to do this.
okay.
We're going to say that there's a huge battle between Luke and Vader, because Luke arrives just in time, to fight Vader, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And Vader cuts off his arm, and then the bombshell is dropped. Luke, I am your father.
That can't be true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No! Jumps down garbage disposal.
No, it's the laundry chute there.
Laundry chute, yes. Emperor was thrown down the garbage disposal.
Yes. And then he somehow gets picked up by Leia and Lando and Wookiee, Chewbacca.
And he gets a robotic arm put on.
Yeah, and and so anyway, and so then we now must talk about the third and final installment, The Return of the Jedi.
it opens with C-3PO and R2 walking to Jabba's palace. They knock on the door. Droid comes out and is like, beep, boop, 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 or something.
No, he said...
It's some alien language that I don't speak. I'm not fluent in alien.
Right, well, which alien language are you not fluent in? All of them!
I'm fluent in some of them.
Yeah, but that's not one of them.
Yes. So, and then, of course, C-3PO, oh my goodness me. And then they open the door for him. Luke.
It's a password. The password is, oh my gracious.
So Luke talks through a hologram from R2, says, hey Jabba, I'll give you these droids if you can let Han go. And he's like, ho, no. So then enter Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter brings Chewbacca in.
And Chewbacca's pissed. Boom! And he pushes a Gamorrean down the stairs, and so on and so forth.
So,
the almighty Jabba wonders why he should pay full price.
click! Beep!
Because he has a thermal detonator!
Ho. You are my kind of scum. Click.
And then he tries to rescue Han Solo out of the carbonite later.
You have hibernation sickness.
Who are you? You know.
Bitch, I'm fabulous.
She pulls off the helmet, whips her hair. Someone who loves you.
I'm fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that. That'll be Christina.
Navi called.
And so, and then she gets captured. And here's the question. Was her getting captured a good thing? I mean, let's think about this for a minute. Because if she hadn't gotten captured, we wouldn't get to see her in the slave girl uniform. Right?
Okay, so in the comment section below, tell us if it's a good thing or bad thing she got captured.
And no erotic fanfiction.
Just normal fanfiction is good. Send us a link, but no erotic stuff.
Yeah, thank you. And that's really important.
If you have erotic stuff, email me at www. No.
No. And then, and Lando's in the background. You see Lando in the background a couple times. And so then in comes Luke. He uses the mind trick on the Gamorreans and on the Jabba's assistant. And he tries to use it on Jabba, but it just doesn't work. Yeah. That's unfortunate. They're too thick-skinned.
Oh.
I wonder if you poked Jabba with a needle, would he deflate a little bit?
It would probably... Just a little bit of pus.
But anyway. And then Luke gets dropped down into the Rancor pit. He kills the Rancor pit. He kills the Rancor, and then the fat man cries.
Now fast forward a little bit. They're all chained up on the barge, about to be thrown into the Sarlacc pit.
How do our chances look? How do our chances look?
Oh, about the same as normal.
That bad, huh?
So, Luke gives Jabba one last warning to let him go.
And then
Jabba says, kill him.
Fool. Kill him.
So
Leia kills Jabba, strangles him, and if you're just as a fair warning, if you're into that kind of thing, you should have a save for it.
yes.
Your face. Anyway.
Now, so Great Escape. Now, one thing I'm going to complain about is in the new movies, they're thinking, the new ones that are coming out soon, they're thinking of bringing Jabba back. No, he fell into the Sarlacc pit. Boba Fett.
I mean, and there are petitions and things that people are signing to bring Boba back. He's dead. He's deader than dead. He's learning the new definition of pain.
I don't think it's been 2,000 years yet.
I don't think he's entirely digested. And he definitely has not learned the
A new meaning of pain. So, don't bring him back.
He's dead.
He's dead. I'm sorry, he's dead. Now, moving on a little bit, we now
bring you to the what?
Back to Dagobah?
Oh, right. Luke goes to Dagobah because he needs to continue training with Yoda, and he finds Yoda dying, which is unfortunate. Very.
He asks him if Vader is actually his father. Found out, did you?
Yes.
And I think my favorite line is
There is another.
Huh?
There is another.
Not that.
Oh
one.
no! When 900 years old you are, not so good you will look.
Yes. See, Yoda knows he's dying. He's gonna go out with a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But in serious note, Luke and Yoda talking right before Yoda dies. Then I am a Jedi. No, not yet. You must confront Vader. Only then will you be a Jedi.
That is his test.
Yes. His Jedi test is to confront Vader and to not join the dark side.
My eyes look really blue.
I think it's the glasses.
Now I can't see them, so I wouldn't.
It is the glasses.
Okay. Well, so anyway, the next thing is Luke then goes to meet Mon Mothma and the others for the briefing.
For the assault on Death Star Prototype 2.
Mm-hmm.
Half-built, weapon systems not operational.
According to the dead Bothans.
This video was brought to you by 1,000 Dead Bothans.
I gotta get rid of those corpses, dude. They're starting to smell.
I know. Don't tell them.
Why? I mean, they're just Bothans. They're designed to die.
Okay.
Anyway, let's see.
Briefing. So they go down to what planet is it?
It's Endor.
Endor.
Home of the Ewoks. Comic relief is all they are.
I'm gonna throw this thing.
And he gets himself with his own bolos. Congratulations!
Now,
The stormtroopers fly about as well as they shoot. And Luke gets captured.
Daddy, please let me go. No, I'm gonna take you to the Emperor so he can shoot you with lightning bolts.
And so he gets taken up and he meets the Emperor. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, I would have gotten his autograph. But
I don't want the Pope's autograph.
oh, God. More religious turmoil. Anyway, that's another episode. I forget where
Okay,
we were.
so-
All right, the Emperor.
So, big confrontation with Emperor. He's like, you want this, don't you? He's like, tosses it. No, I'm a Jedi like my father. Which was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And Vader at this point is beginning to remember being a Jedi. Not that he had forgotten, but he had just kind of changed. He had gone from being a Jedi to being a Sith.
Yeah.
You guys know the story.
Now, and begin battle between Darth Vader and Luke. Now, in this battle, Vader gets his hand cut off, and it's the same hand that he cut Luke's off.
Yeah.
And this is like a warning. It was like, bro, you're doing bad junk. Stop. Stop fighting your dad. It's not worth it. Look at your life. Look at your choices.
Not that again. Anyway, and so Vader stops fighting, and the Emperor starts force lightning bolting Luke.
Father, please!
And
Missing a hand, Darth Vader picks him up over his head,
and throws him into the garbage disposal.
missing a hand.
See, this is why you don't piss off a dad. I mean, imagine if I were dating Leia And, you know.
Oh my dear lord.
So, you have a job.
Yeah, I have a job. By.
Oh, my hand! Okay, so now Emperor's dead, Vader's dying, Luke tries to drag him out of the way.
Mhm.
So
And he dies.
he wants to look at him with his own eyes,
Mhm.
pulls helmet off, he has receding hairline. You can't trust him. You just can't trust him. Now, Philip's gonna take this call.
Actually, I do have to take this call. It is my boss.
Okay, so I will,
You wrap this up, and I will.
Okay. So, so where was I? I was, right. Luke bringing Vader back. So during this, Lando's flying his Millennium Falcon all twisty through this tunnel. Now, he is, according to Han Solo, not a scratch. First thing he does, antenna. Koosh! Yeah, not the best driver. Better than stormtroopers, though. So, there you go. So, I think my favorite... They blow up the Death Star, of course. You know how it goes. I think my favorite part of this movie is at the very end, when Luke is giving Vader a Jedi pyre. It's like a traditional Jedi send-off. It's very symbolic, means that Vader never really changed. It's like he was always a Jedi. Now,
Okay, fine.
I think what else was I going to talk about? We gave it a we gave the
6.9.
yes, we gave this original Star Wars trilogy a 6.9. Now, the only reason we took off points was because some of the dialogue, hard to say. Easy to write, hard to say. Now, the special effects, awesome for that time period. They pretty much made special effects. Phil, you want to come back in?
Yeah. So, Industrial Light and Magic was started for Star Wars. So they had the best special effects for the time.
Yep.
And I think we need to stop this now because...
Yes, we'll stop this now. Alright, so if you don't like and favorite this video, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
You're joking me.